Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Let's Play Heir of the Kings. This is your host, Liberty, and your judge, Liberty! Oh, just let me fiddle with a little something. Yes! Alright, last time we killed our ears. So this time, hopefully we won't kill our ears. I'm not holding out much hope. Well, all seems silent so far. No! Why would you do this? 10G for one trip. Would you like to see? I guess if it gets me away from that stupid music. God! Dude! Seriously! Want to go to the Pokemon? Yeah? Maybe? No, I don't want to go back. You should have put me here. Teleport me here. I wouldn't do nothing wrong. Wait, what? Where? A Voltorb emerged! Why am I fighting Pokemon suddenly? Why have I got a Voltorb? What is this? This doesn't make sense. Oh, yes, please. Yes, thank you. Okay. I don't understand this. Why? And what? And why? And what? And why? And what? And why? And that music. Also, hint. Why are they facing the wrong way? You need to rearrange the character sets. It goes facing up, facing right, facing left, facing down. Rearrange that shit. Holy shiitake mushrooms. No, fuck that. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why? What's with the and the thing and the thing and the what? It doesn't make sense. What does this got to do with finding kings? This is just crazy. What is this shit? Yes, I want to go back. Take me back. And I still have them. What the why? Why do you... I don't even... Can you at least change the freaking background music, please? A forest should not be swinging bats, although it is sort of... bats and fucking bats. There are bats in the forest. But we shouldn't be hearing about swinging bats, because that's just... why? And what has this to do with finding the heir to the king? This is madness. And no, there's no Sparta jokes here. It's just fucking madness. And you've got different play types, and oh fuck me, random encounters. Different play types. In one area, it's like, oh yeah, only if you walk in grass will you get attacked by monsters and fucking music! Where's my tea? I need tea for this shit. Look, you're going to have to pick some rules to your world and stick with them. If you're going to have a Pokemon world, then you're going to have only Pokemon battlers, you're going to have only Pokemon characters, and your story has to deal with Pokemon, or at least be centered around them in some freaking way. They don't just pop up out of nowhere. Ask, Poker Freak about that. Is that who it is? Creator of Pokemon Hunter. At least he makes sense in the legendary of his world, the lore. This is just Sparta! Also, if you're going to make random encounters, don't. Just don't. If you're new to RPG Maker, don't use random encounters. Don't use them. You're only allowed to use them if you know what the fuck you're doing. If you've used RPG Maker for more than 3 years, then you're allowed to use random encounters. And even then, they have to be carefully added so that they don't fuck you up every second step. If there's a boss at the end of this that I can't beat because I got so pissed off at random encounters I didn't even want to go near them, so help me, I will alter for this so fast, it will... I'm almost at the point where I'm saying, and it kills me to say this, you don't know what this means, my friend, and you weren't here during that time, but it kills me to say it. Blockland, please come back. All is forgiven. Alright, I'm being overdramatic. I would never wish that upon anybody. But you have to lay down some rules for your world. Your world can either have Pokemon or monsters. It can't have both. They don't coexist. That's like saying, will I have chocolate with roast beef? I mean, there's some crazies out there who like that combination, but the rest of us are all looking at you as though you're a weirdo. You like roast beef and chocolate together on a sandwich with salmon? Are you out of your freaking mind? Yes, you are. So, I'm sorry, I did say that I wouldn't say anything about you personally. Alright, fine. Let's lay this straight out. You need to focus on the lore of your world itself. You can't just plonk some maps down and say done. You have to actually... You have to... Oh god, I need a break. You're breaking my brain here, man. I return. Okay. I've calmed down a bit now. What you need to do is take a notepad, open it up, write about your characters, write about your world, exclude anything that doesn't fit, then sit down and think long and hard about what you want to keep in your world and what you want to get rid of. Because as it stands, currently it's a mishmash of I don't even know. I have nothing against you using sample maps. Sample maps, they're fine. You know, I can deal with that. They're there to be used. I don't even mind you using Pokemon in general. It's just they don't seem to be fitting with this search for this king that you're supposedly searching for. The heir, at least. I mean, it does not compute. Alright. Also, put some more thought into your character. You've currently got the default earnest character. That's as bad as making a game about Alex. I mean, that's like, you might as well have just plonked anyone in there. A blank square for all the thought you've put into this character. You might as well have just plonked in a blank square and said, there's your character, now go play. Hell, I'd think a blank square would be even more fun to play as. Because at least it's something different. You're playing, I mean, you put some design thought into it. A black square. Okay, it's black, it's square. Why didn't he make it a rectangle? Why didn't he make it a circle? He must have made it a square for a reason. It gives you an idea. This screams, I saw this character, it looks cool, I put it in, but I didn't think about anything except, you know, just putting this character in because it looks cool. don't care about the background. There is no background. And it sucks. It really, truly, if you're going to make a game, and especially one that you think is going to be a winner, then you're going to have to put in a lot more work than that. As I told you last night in the thread, the games that are chosen for feature games are often the ones that are lovingly crafted. This means the characters are loved by their creators. They live and die, and they live in a world that is, to them characters, real. This seems like you've just grabbed somebody and said, well, I'm shoving you in this world and you're gonna like it, or you're just going to have to deal with it. You know, you'll have no characterization. You're just gonna be some dude in some world looking for some guy, and I'm not going to give you any idea of where you're going and what you're doing. It's sad, because you've got a lot of enthusiasm, but you're not channeling it right. You're just not channeling it in the right directions. And you really, you know, I'd like to see you make a game that would be interesting, and okay, that sucked. But, you know, a game that you could put yourself in. Onella. Full stop on the end of that sentence. Hello, Onella. What's your name? My name is... My name is Siren. Whoa, not Cyrus. No! Siren. Wee 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 wee. What? Alright, I know what you tried to do there. What you need to do is backslash the number N, the letter N, then put the square bracket and the number of your character, your hero character. So I don't know what number Ernest is, but his number in the database. When you go in the database where you edit your characters and that, you'll see little numbers next to their names where you put their names in, and you'll put that number in there and then end it with a closed bracket, and that will show you his name. It'll call into reference, it'll say, oh look, we want to see this name, yoink, and post it in. But yeah, when you change it for that character, they go, oh, this name's been overwritten by this name, so we'll just grab this name and we'll post that in. It's a simple procedure, but you know. Alright, let's leave. Oh god, I already know what's in that cave waiting for me. I saw Decky's LP. I'm going to see if I can't get another character. There was a girl in town who wanted a potion. I'll go buy a potion and see if I can't give that to her. Nothing else this way? No. Oh right. I don't think there's anything. Can I buy anything in any houses? Hey lady, give me goods. Alright. There we go. I bought some potion. Thank you for buying my goods. You're welcome, Jenny. Officer Jenny, I will buy your goods at any time. And a bit more. Yeah. Hi, I'm William. Do you want to buy that? No, thank you. Oh, that's too bad for you. Alright, what have you got, William? Why can Voltorb and that use clothes? Seriously? They're inanimate. I mean, well, not inanimate, but... oh well. Thank you for buying my goods. You're welcome. Okay, where was this guy? There she was. Also, with that face set, You see she's got a hood on. It probably would have been better if you'd taken the hood off her head. Wait, what? She didn't... But I bought a potion. Alright. So what you want to do, in this case, is when you go to the potion shop, what you want to do is have a variable. Now, variables are awesome little things that check numbers. They can go up to like 50 bazillion and down to negative 50 bazillion and possibly more. What you want to do is go in, before you go into shop processing, you want to make a little variable that says check how many potions I have. And then at the end, you want to say, if you want two variables, you want to say a conditional branch that says if the checking item variable is equal to... No, back up. What you want is two variables, both set to two variables. The start one you want is set to the current number of potions you have. And then at the end of shop processing, you want a second variable to check the current number of potions you have. Then you want a conditional branch to check to see whether they're equal the same. If they're the same, then nothing happens. But if they're not the same, if one's higher than the other, then you want it to turn on a switch. That switch will turn her on to say, oh, you bought a potion, and then steal it. Or, to make it much easier, you could just go to her and have her have a conditional branch that says, does the character have any potions? And if he has a potion, then take a potion from him and say, oh thanks, and have her join the party. Simple, easy, wunderbar. Alright. Let's go and meet our deaths in the forest. Also, a good idea for towns like this, if they have openings, is to have teleport events set all the way across, like this point. 1, 2, 3. That. So that when you go down, automatic teleport! You want them along all the edges, at least all the edges of the ground where you were at, or the edges that leave town. Right, to the goblin cave. I don't even know why we're here, but apparently we are. Hey, there's a goblin. Time to die. Wonderful. Oh, it's not a goblin, it's an orc. Even better. Nope. Nope. See, you could have done something really good by giving by giving skills to the characters. Like Voltorb could have an electric skill, and Marowak could whack things, you know, have different skills that made them worth using. As it stands, it's just attack, 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 attack. Well, I did better than Decky did at that point. You can also use screen tint to tint the screen a bit so it's not as light. You could make it, I don't know, a nice bluey green, or even a reddy orange, or a purpley blue, or a greeny orangey browny reddy silvery black, or, you know, not too dark, but just enough to give the place a bit of flair, just to make it look pretty. Look more awesome. More awesome! What is that? It's nothing! Right, well, I can't see where I've got to go, so I'm going to end this, and I'm going to leave it at that. I've given you a lot of things to think about and to wonder about. There is a thread in the forums titled Newbie Help or something like that. Check it out. It's got a few ideas about how to start games, how to do what you need to do, you know, how to actually get into it. It might give you a few ideas. Go for it. Do it. I believe in you. Go forth and make your dreams a reality. Just a playable reality, please. That said, and I'm going to be completely straight with you, this is one of the worst ones that we've had to play. Seriously. This one is not the worst, but one of the worst entries that we have had to play. And I'm just going to be completely straight with you and say that, because you look at this game and you see stars and flowers and amazingly stuff. But we look at this game and we kind of groan, because as much as we love your ability to be enthusiastic about the game and about the things you're doing, and as much as we wish we could go back to a time when everything we made was sunshine and roses like that, we know that sometimes we can delude ourselves into believing that what we see is better than what it is. And we're not trying to put you down or anything like that. We want you to do better so that we can play more games, because it has promise. You have promise at being a game maker. You do. I mean, sure, you can be a bit annoying, but, you know, all newcomers are like that sometimes. Well, most newcomers are like that sometimes. They do get a bit annoying, and, you know, it's not so much annoying as you're new and you don't know how things are run properly yet, and you're still trying to find your place in the forums and how to do this and how to do that, and it's understandable. But when you put tickets on yourself, it really makes you out to be a bit of a jerk, and people don't really have time to deal with people like that, okay? So just sit down, write about your world, get to know your characters better, get to know your world better, then start crafting, and cut out things that aren't necessary. Like, an arena's great, but only if you've got a completed game on your hands, and it doesn't have to be a necessity. You know, Pokemon don't have to be in every game you make, you know? You could just have one game with Pokemon in it if you really like Pokemon, or you can make your own kind of Pokemon creatures. Monsters, you know, those bats that you had flying before, you could give them names and make history about them. You don't have to use other people's ideas. Use your own. Make your own lore and history and mythology, and just go wild and have fun while doing it, but don't go crazy like you currently have, okay? Anyway, this is Liberty signing off, and I am looking forward to your next version. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you can create when you actually put thought and effort into it. And you might feel like you've put a lot of effort into it, but compared to some of the projects out there, in fact, compared to most of the projects out there, even the ones that were made with VX, you know, for this competition, compared to them, you've only slapped a sticky place character in the middle of some world and maps that were already created for you. Meanwhile, people have crafted their own characters, crafted their own battle systems, made maps themselves, done all this eventing, all within the same time frame. The best thing I can tell you to do is just sit down, figure out what story you want to make, figure out the characters, learn more about the program you're using, because RPG Maker is a very easy to use program, but You need to learn how to use it effectively to get the best out of it. And there's a lot of errors in this. And the best advice I can give you is go out and play a few games and see what can be done with the Maker and say, I want to be able to do that. And then look at it, the code and everything, and figure out how they do it. Reverse engineer it and go for it. Just go for it. Ciao for now. Signing out. Liberty.